Well, once again, I'm out in the shop for this video. I don't know if this project actually qualifies as a home renovation project. It's more of a floor saving project, I guess. I want to make pads that go on the bottom of my office chair to stop it from digging into the floor and destroying the floor. Now, if you've ever owned one of these things, you'll know even on the best hardwood floor, these things really tear it up. And that's because the casters that are on there are small, and the contact area that they have with the floor is very small. So you got your entire weight resting on 5 tiny points right on the floor. And if you roll around, you'll cut grooves in it and all that. So obviously that's an outcome that is less than desirable, so I don't want that. I also don't want the chair to roll around. That's one of the things that I don't like about it. It's on wheels rolling around all over the place. The desk that I'm planning on using in that room, which will be my office, will actually roll around, so I don't need the chair to move itself. So I decided that the best way to do it would be to make coasters, you could say, and they're the same as a drink coaster, except they go under each individual wheel. And I sized them actually with this roll of masking tape. I just stuck it underneath the wheel, and that looked pretty good, so that's what I'll go by. So I've got some plywood here that I'm going to cut these out of. I need to make donut-shaped rings, 5 of those, and I also need to make just flat discs, and then join the 2 of those together, and that will make each one of the coasters. So nothing complex about it. I'm actually going to use that roll of tape to mark out each of the parts that I need to cut out. Okay, I've got them all marked out. I actually marked one out yesterday and cut it, but I used a different way to cut out the center. I have my jigsaw mounted in my vise, and then I used that as kind of a scroll saw almost. But wow, that felt way too dangerous. I'd rather just cut it on the bandsaw. I'll make a cut into the ring. It really doesn't matter because I'm going to glue it all back together anyway. I've got all of the donuts cut out, but there are a couple things I got to do with them before I can put the things together. And that's to sand the inside of the circle here, because I won't get a chance to do it afterwards. Not that it's a big deal, but if something's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And then I also want to round over the upper edge of that donut as well on the inside. So I got all the parts finished. I'm going to put them together now, and that's super simple. Just get some glue on the back here, and then I'm going to fire in a couple of pins, and that'll hold it together until the glue dries. I got to clean up my shop. It's getting ridiculous in here. I let the glue dry on the rings, and I'm going to sand the edge now. And then I'll be able to take it back over to the router table and round the outside to match the inside. And that should clean it up and make it look really nice and professional. These will work just as they are. They'll stop the chair from, beating up the floor. And I'll probably hold it in place pretty good too. But I've got some of this black stuff here, which is anti-slip material, and I'm just going to glue that onto the bottoms with spray adhesive, and that'll be an extra layer of cushioning, and it'll also help to stop the chair from sliding around for sure. And then all I have to do is cut off the excess that's sticking out the side there. And then these can be finished in any way. They could be painted black to match the wheels. I'm just going to give mine a coat of linseed oil to darken them up a little bit, kind of make them blend in a little bit with the floor. And I made these from plywood, but you could use solid wood as well. I chose to use plywood because I had some. Also, it was thin enough so that it wouldn't lift the chair up any higher. That's important. I think the chair is actually a bit too high anyway.